Hey all, so after talking with Dan, we've decided to make a slight update to how we recommend you create your availability for USP students. So I'm gonna just walk you through that again. So in the My Availability, go to the Actions drop down and click Add Time. You can click whatever day or days of the week you want this to be available. If you're in an office like mine, I'm going to be creating kind of a blanket Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, because I will be using Outlook to block out unavailable times. If you are working in Tykeson or another team where you create smaller blocks of availability, that's totally fine. And something that you can do is actually copy other availability that you have if you want it to overlap, or if you want this to be the only kind, you can just make its own separate chunk. I am going to do a range of dates. This is the piece that, might change for some of you. It might be one day at a time, others a week. For me, it's going to go through the whole term. The big piece here is do not add this availability to your personal link. What we learned about the link is it makes your service available on the self-scheduling. And because we don't have USP students coded in a specific way in Banner, any student can then use that reason to schedule with you. So I know along with Rachna, Dan, and Adam, and a couple other folks probably also, we had this link clicked at first, and we had folks not from USP scheduling with us under that service. So don't click that button. The biggest change here is instead of appointments, I'm going to have you pick campaigns, because we are going to run this as a campaign, and I'll be doing a video on that as well. The meeting type obviously depends on how you are available. I'm going to be available in all three ways. I work in office every day of the week. For those of you that are just available virtually or phone, just don't pick in person. For those of you that might have one day a week or 2 days a week where you work at home, make sure that you change up the availability if that's relevant. We are still going to be using that tutoring and academic support care unit. And the reason for this is to ensure that the students are all kind of grouped together when we run our reports. The location is going to be USP Advising. See additional details for location. And the service is USP Advising at this point. If you want to include a personal Zoom link or phone number, you can do that, or a link to the Teams download, you can. The most important thing is that you include the special instructions for student, because that is what we're telling them. It shows up as additional details when they look. This is where it will say what to do. If you don't have in person, don't add that. If you're not doing phone appointments, obviously add what's relevant. So that's what we're going to have you do. So the biggest change is doing campaigns. And then if you are in an office that doesn't create large swaths of availability like OAA, Pathway, and I believe CMAE and Trio do, and use Outlook to block. If you're in Tykeson, where I think you're creating the smaller bits of advising availability, if you want to overlap this campaign availability with other times, you can copy availability instead of clicking to add new, as long as you make sure that you're doing the correct care unit and service here. If you need any help, as always, feel free to let me know.